You might recall that Joe Manchin, among the many things that he wanted to strip out of the Build Back Better bill, one of them was increased accessibility to dental health care for people who desperately need it. And what's interesting about that is it turns out that in West Virginia, a quarter of people 65 and older have no natural teeth left due to decay or gum disease. That is the highest rate of any state in the country. It's crazy that it could be that bad. 1 in 4 senior citizens having no teeth. The fact that it's as bad as it is in other states too, all of this is a national embarrassment. You can see in this chart, tooth loss being mapped. West Virginia certainly stands out, but there's a few states on there where it is not good at all. They could desperately need this. 300,000 West Virginia Medicare recipients would have gained dental benefits under the bill, but he's not interested in it. He's got teeth and a yacht. So he doesn't care if you don't have either of those things. But anyway, look, people are not gonna be shocked, Francesca, to find out that the people who supposedly represent us don't have our best interests at heart when it comes to our healthcare. But this feels especially petty, considering that it wouldn't be that expensive and it would be such an improvement to quality of life for so many people.
I mean, he's just afraid he can't keep on buying people off with applesauce. He's just like, well, what am I gonna do? That's how we get him in the door. That's how we vote as they're on their way to the polling station. Just a little cup of Mott's, and you've bought off your entire electorate. This is why I think it's so ridiculous that Democrats lose, at least better Democrats, because Manchin is a Democrat, of course. I guess. He's the Democrat we deserve. Okay, I'm done. But the point is like you could straight up go in and go up against Joe Manchin and be like, your teeth. I believe in you being able to have teeth. I believe in you being able to chew your food and eat the food you want to eat and not have to suck things down in straws, or go bankrupt to get teeth. Like that. It's so simple, it's so basic, it's about basic needs. And yet no one, obviously the right is not talking about those things, but also Democrats aren't really talking about those things. Cause why? Oh, that would require, standing up a little bit to Big Pharma and the healthcare lobby.
Yep.
And we know they don't do that. But
yeah, you can stand up to a progressive, but not to a corporate Democrat. Come on.
Terrifying.
Yeah, we're gonna make a shirt, it's just gonna be solid food 2024. That's what we support. Anyway, look, far more, I guess, this issue is obviously huge. It's not just West Virginia, it's senior citizens all over, but it's also just people who intersect with the system at all. We wanted to let you know a little bit about last Friday, this House panel released a report on Big Pharma, on some of the stuff that they've done that have resulted in worse outcomes for people. You're gonna be familiar with some of these, but just to sum up, drug companies aggressively raise prices to meet revenue targets, and executive compensation structures create incentives to raise prices. It's like the most obvious thing in the world. And it's basically just saying, we live in an out of control capitalist society. But I love that they put it there. Drug companies target the US markets for higher prices and use the Medicare program to boost revenue. Drug companies use strategies to suppress competition and maintain monopoly pricing. Drug companies use patient assistance programs as a public relations tool to boost sales, and research and manufacturing costs do not justify price increases. All of that is true. All of that is bad. It doesn't seem like they've identified one of the big issues though, Francesca, which is drug companies buy us. Us, the people putting together this report, certainly our colleagues, they buy us, so we won't stop them from doing all of these things. Any quick comments?
I mean, again, this is a bipartisan issue, and Republicans who have a little bit of spine have spoken out on this, especially on a statewide level. I know, and they've tried workarounds, but I guess once you get up into the Senate or even the House, nope, you're completely bought and sold, also by the drug industry. So there's a consensus here, but yeah, we need at least allow us to buy drugs from Canada or Mexico, but they won't even do that.
And their owners don't want that. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.